TV KPM. TV KPM.
What was my friend doing there by the beach? And then he seemed to be in an industrial area. I was wondering as well. And hello everyone, you are now watching D-Day TV KPM and my name is Hanif Sean. And before we really start the show, I have one quiz for you. So what you just watched was a bit of a hint what we're going to learn today. And this question, the answer will also be a hint to what we're going to learn today. Are you ready? All right, here's the question. And what do we do every day without even realizing it? When we eat, we're doing it. When we bathe, we're doing it. When we're walking, we're doing it. Think about it. And why? Because today, together, we will be learning Science Dual Language Program Year 4 Level 2. And I'm sure you're super excited. So while you're thinking of the answer to my quiz, let's take a look at the teacher's profile. Yes, so you have already watched the teacher's profile and definitely we have Miss Nur Halinna Abdul Rahman from Sekolah Kebangsaan Putrajaya 181 Putrajaya. Hi, Miss Halinna.
Hello, Abang Hanif. Hello, everyone. Hi.
How are you feeling today? You look excited?
Yes, I am very much excited to be here today, Abang Hanif.
Yes, that's great. And if I may address you as Teacher Nina.
Nina, yes.
That's right.
You can call me Teacher Nina.
Teacher Nina, right. Teacher Nina, so right at the beginning, we were watching this video of someone doing something by the beach and then he was in the industrial area and I gave a quiz as well.
Yeah.
Do you think I can reveal the answer? I will let you reveal the answer.
Okay, everyone at home, can you guess what is the answer to Abang Hanif's question just now?
You wondering?
Is it, are they correct?
Okay, what is your answer again? Did you say the breathing process? The human breathing process? Wow, full marks. Can we give them full marks? We can give them full marks, definitely. Yes. So definitely today, in our subject of Science Dual Language Program, we will be learning the human breathing process. Is that right?
Yes, we are.
Teacher
We are
Nina.
going to learn about that. But before I teach you about breathing process, let us do a little bit of a recap of what we have learned in Level 1. Okay, we just start this new season, new year for Level 2, Year 4. So now I want you to remember back what you have learned with your science teachers in school. In Year 1, we have learned about humans are living things, Abang Hanif.
That is right.
So living things, we humans can do 5 things that can differentiate us from non-living things. For example, this table or the lamp. Number 1, we breathe.
That is right. So I'm a human now.
Yes. We also grow. I'm sure you have seen your pictures, the pictures of yourself as a baby. You were so little and cute. And look at you right now, all big and strong and tall. So you have grown. So that shows that you're a living thing. And then you can also move on your own. Yes.
And I'm moving. And I'm definitely moving by myself.
Yay! And also, humans reproduce by giving birth. Humans reproduce. And last but not least, living things need food and water.
And you're making me hungry. Teacher Nina, know that you mentioned about food and water.
Yes. Okay, and then we have also learned about the basic needs of humans. There are 4 basic needs. You still remember? Number 1 is the air. The air, and then water. Water for us to quench our thirst. And also we need food. Food to give us energy, to
That is
make us
right.
grow, to keep us healthy. And we also need shelter to protect us from danger. So these 4 things are the basic needs. Remember, basic needs are things from outside of our body that we need for us to be able to stay alive.
Yep.
So now you know the difference between living things, what they can do, and what are the basic needs that we need from outside our body. But today we are going to learn about one life process. Ooh, what is a life process? Life process is a little bit different from basic needs.
Right.
Okay, life process is things that we do, our body needs to do to be able to make us stay alive, to survive. So you see the difference?
Yes.
Basic needs are the things around us, outside of our body. Life processes are things that our body need to do to make sure that we can still stay alive.
That seems very important.
Oh, yes,
Definitely.
it is. And today we're going to learn the first life process of human beings, which is the breathing process, Abang Hanif.
I agree with you, and I think just as the question that I gave you in the beginning, it's something that you do all the time.
Yes, we
And
do
yet,
it. We don't realize it.
Yes,
we don't
teacher.
even count it. How many times you breathe in? Nobody counts it.
That's right.
Yes, even when we are asleep, we still breathe. Even when you're angry or you're sad, when you're taking a bath, you still breathe. So this life process is something that you do not control. You have no control. Okay, today I just want to breathe in like 5,000 times. No, we can't do that, Abang Hanif. It's something that our body needs to do to make sure that we can still stay alive.
That
can
is true.
survive. Yes.
That is true. All right.
Okay, so Abang Hanif, may I now show you the learning outcomes that we hope everyone will be able to achieve by the end of this show today. So I have here 3 learning outcomes. The first one, what we are going to do today is first we are going to identify the breathing organs. Which parts of our body is used for breathing? Do we use our eyes to breathe? Or
I might
our
have.
belly button? Or our toes? Which part? So that one, I will leave to Abang Hanif to find out. He will identify with an activity. Okay, next, we will describe air passage. That means the flow of air and exchange of gases in the lungs. So this is an important part of this breathing process. And last but not least, we will differentiate oxygen and carbon dioxide content during inhalation and exhalation. Oh my God, these words are a bit mouthful for you year 4 pupils. Oxygen, what is oxygen?
What is oxygen?
What is carbon dioxide? Inhalation, exhalation. What are these words? What do these words mean? Don't worry about it, everyone. Me and Abang Hanif are here to teach you about it, and we will learn about it together, insyaAllah.
Exactly, and I agree with Teacher Nina, and it's very important for us to always breathe and not just breathe to understand the process, as you mentioned, right, Teacher Nina,
Yes.
and what is involved in that process. What are the elements
exactly.
involved in that process? What are the organs involved in that process? And we're going to leave you with that thought. While you continue breathing, we're going to take a short break. But do not go anywhere because we're going to come back to you very quickly. All right? Continue to watch Didik TV KPM with us.
Do you know that the insides of our nose act as a filter to trap foreign particles in the air inhaled through the nose before it reaches our lungs?
Didik TV KPM.
Taking a deep breath, and I feel so calm. And you are now watching DD TV KPM. I'm just doing some breathing exercises. And fun fact for you, do you know how many times that we breathe every day? We do breathe an average 22,000 times every day. That's a huge number, right? And why am I talking about this? Because today on Science Dual Language Program for Year 4 Level 2, we are learning the human breathing process. And of course, with me, I have a teacher, and she is Miss Halinna, which you can address as Teacher Nina. Right, and we're learning about the breathing process today.
Yes, so now what we are going to do is we are going to ask Abang Hanif to breathe. Breathe again.
Breathe again.
Yeah, breathe.
Consciously.
Yes.
Take a deep breath.
Look at Abang Hanif carefully.
I'm breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out.
Okay. So what were you doing exactly? When you were breathing, what were you doing actually?
What was I doing?
I
do feel when I breathe in, is it the movement of air into my nose?
Yes. So breathing means that the act of taking in air into our body. So breathe in or take in, or the term is inhale. Inhale. Or
yes.
in science also we can use the term inhalation. Inhalation. Okay? That is when we take in air. And breathing doesn't stop there, right, Abang Hanif? We need to let it out. So when we breathe out, we let the air out, we are actually exhaling. Exhale. So the term is exhalation. Exhalation. So now I want Abang Hanif to breathe again.
I will breathe again.
This time, concentrate on the parts of the body involved in breathing. Okay.
So I'm inhaling.
Feel it. Which parts of the body?
I can feel it.
Okay.
And I exhale. I do feel like a bit of a balloon expanding.
Ooh,
and
balloon.
Then the balloon compressed. I'm not sure why I always close my eyes though. I'm not sure why I always close my eyes, but I think it just keeps me more calm. One more time. And what does that happen?
Okay. So, Abang Hanif, can you tell us what are the organs of the parts of the body that you can sense that the air is going in and out? Which part of the body?
Which part of the body?
Was it your eyes?
Was it my eyes? I don't think so.
No.
I know I can feel air into my nose.
Nose. Very good. Next.
Into my nose. And when the air comes in, I do feel that my chest expanded.
Inside. There's something inside the chest that the air goes into. So between the nose and the something inside here, I'm going to tell you what. There is something in between to bring the air to the chest part.
Would it be like a passage?
Yes, it is. It's like a pipe. Sometimes people might call it windpipe, but the science term for it is actually trachea. This is how to spell it. Trachea. So it's like a pipe. In year 3, we have learned, when we learn about food, there's another pipe, the food pipe, or we call esophagus. Next to the esophagus is actually the trachea. So now you know that there are 2 pipes here. Okay? So you breathe in through your nose, and then it will go into the trachea, and it will bring into the chest area. What's inside the chest is, okay, Abang Hanif. So this is the part, the insides of it. We cannot see because there's skin on top, right? So the like you said, like inflating.
Inflating? I feel like a balloon.
Yes, actually, it's the lungs. You see, these really huge 2 organs. I mean, there are 2 parts. Okay, the left one and the right one. These are the organs that are involved in breathing. Okay, the lungs, which you feel like a balloon. Okay, that is when you breathe in.
That is when I breathe in.
What about when you let it out, when you exhale? So how do the air move from
the lungs?
From the lungs.
Through the trachea.
Through the trachea and out through the nose. Okay, very good, Abang Hanif. So now we can answer the question here. Okay, so the passage of air during inhalation. So what I'm going to do now is to paste some arrows to show how the air moves during inhalation. Okay, so we start with when Abang Hanif breathed in just now, the air comes into the nose. Okay?
That is right.
And then it will go through here. And then
is going down into the windpipe.
In windpipe
Or
or
what we call, the scientific term is the trachea.
yes, the trachea. And then this part. Because I told you just now and you watched just now that lungs, there are two parts of the lungs. So the trachea will
channel air into the lungs.
both ways, yes.
Both ways, right. And that's when I feel, as I mentioned, I felt that my chest was expanding.
Yes.
Because my lungs were expanding.
Exactly.
Right.
So this is the passage of air during inhalation. Okay, this is the diagram. Okay, now I'm going to show you the organs involved because Abang Hanif just now has mentioned you that the air goes through the nose, trachea and lungs. So again, from the nose, Abang Hanif, you need to watch carefully because you are going to do next.
I will do this next.
From the nose, and then what's the next one, Abang
And then
Hanif?
it goes through the windpipe, which is the trachea.
Trachea.
So the air inhalation
Yes.
comes in from the nose, gets into the trachea,
Yes,
and then it
and
goes
then
lower into the lungs.
Into the lungs.
Yes, that's
Yay,
right.
Okay.
And lungs, as you mentioned, Teacher Nina, you have the left and right side.
Yes.
There are two parts.
Two parts of the lungs. Okay. So in the lungs is where the gas exchange, oxygen and carbon dioxide. But I'm going to tell you about it later. Now, Abang Hanif,
Right.
now it's your turn.
Oh.
Passage of air during exhalation. Okay. Try and breathe out. Exhale, Abang
I will
Hanif.
breathe in again,
Okay, exhale.
and I will breathe out.
All right. So from where the air that you breathe out comes from?
I would think,
Where should you start?
right, so because that went into the lungs, then it should be the other way around.
Yes.
Teacher Nina, is that right? From the lungs going out?
Okay, so you try, Abang
Let me
Hanif.
try. So, because we have two parts of the lungs, I believe there should be two
Okay.
arrows here.
Yes, from the lungs.
And these are air being released from the lungs, which should go into the trachea.
Yay, correct.
And the air, I can feel that the air is flowing out there. And it
Yes.
goes out. And it should go out through, not the eyes. No. Air doesn't go out through the eyes.
Okay.
It goes out through the nose.
Yeah.
Do I put it like this? Yes, that's right. Okay. All right. Is that right, Teacher Nina?
Did Abang Hanif did a good job? Yes, he did. I think Abang Hanif deserve like 2 stars.
Yes.
Yay!
2 stars. Great.
2 stars
Great.
for Abang Hanif. But I want to give him more stars, but he need to do something more.
Okay.
This is the diagram.
Right.
What about the wordings? Okay,
The
from where?
wordings.
From
Okay.
where?
Because air for exhalation, it comes out from the lungs. It should start, arrow goes up. It should start from the lungs.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna put these words. Ooh, I want my stars. So I already have 2 stars, my friend. So please remember that I have 2 stars and help me to count how many stars do I get at the end of the show. So from the lungs, it moves up through the trachea. Let me get the trachea here. Please remember the spelling correctly. And we're gonna put it there. And I believe, last but not least, it would go out through the nose. And I'm gonna put that there. Wait, I better check first before I submit my answers.
All right, okay.
So we have the lungs, and we have lungs here. Trachea, and goes through the nose. Yes, I'm quite confident with my answers. What do you think, Teacher Nina?
Lungs, correct. Trachea, correct. Nose, correct. Oh my God, you
Yes.
deserve another star. 3 stars for Abang Hanif.
So I got 3 stars there. 3 stars there. Yay!
Okay, without looking, Abang Hanif.
Okay.
Look straight and tell us how do you spell trachea?
How do I spell trachea? It's T R A C H E A. Trachea. Am I right?
Trachea, yes, you are absolutely
Yes.
right. Okay, good job, Abang Hanif. Now, I have one more task for Abang Hanif to do.
Oh.
Come on here, Abang Hanif.
Okay,
I want you
I'm
to stand
excited.
here. I'll be there.
I'm excited to collect more stars. So I've gotten 3 stars.
Okay, so now you can do at home. It's actually a model of breathing process just now. This is the nose.
Okay.
You can use just paper and you draw a nose. It's okay, but I want to be a little bit fun today. Okay, I brought in this funny looking nose. And then we just use a straw and also balloons.
Right.
Okay, the straw represents the trachea and the balloons are of course the lungs. Okay, now what I want Abang Hanif to do is, I want him to say whether I am inhaling or exhaling. Okay, inhale or exhale. Okay, gonna put on my funny nose thingy. Okay,
teacher,
alright.
you have a mustache now.
It's either this or the witch's nose.
Okay.
Which is so crooked. I don't want to wear that. Okay, so what I want you to look at is the lungs, the balloons. So
Right.
tell everyone, inhale or exhale. Okay, look at it carefully.
Okay. Ooh, okay, the balloons are expanding. It has expanded.
So
that would
it is
mean you are breathing air in. So it's inhalation.
inhalation. Very good, Abang Hanif. Okay.
Oh, okay. So the balloons have compressed, which means air went out of the balloon, and that should be exhalation.
Yes, exhalation.
Exhalation,
Good job.
excellent.
Yes, I think I want to
Exhalation,
play
excellent.
again some more. This is so fun.
Oh, okay, that was very quick. There you go. Wow. Okay, that's inhalation. Okay, I couldn't even answer. That's like inhalation and exhalation.
Yeah, well, that is really fun. So you can do this at home. It's very easy to make. All right. Again, Abang Hanif, now using this model,
Right.
can you show everyone which are the organs, the 3 organs involved in breathing? Again, Abang
The
Hanif.
3 organs involved in breathing. If I can take
Yes.
this, teacher Nina.
Okay.
Right. So you breathe in through your nose, which is up here. And
Nose.
then it goes through the windpipe, which is the trachea, which should be about here. Right at
Inside
the
your
neck.
here.
And then air goes in to the lungs, which are these two organs, which are these organs here, these 2 parts, okay?
Yeah.
Which is nose, trachea, and the lungs.
Is it correct?
Right.
No.
Am I right?
Wrong. Because remember, breathing must have 2, inhalation and exhalation.
Oh,
okay,
no.
so when you exhale, which parts?
When we exhale, it should be from inside, which is from the lungs, out through the trachea, and out through, that's the eye, out through the nose. It's out through the nose. So lungs, trachea, and the nose. Exhalation.
Yay! Good job, Abang Hanif.
Yay!
Oh my
Yay.
God, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, teacher Nina. So how many stars do I get?
Now you deserve 4 stars.
Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, and now we have 4 more. 5, 4, 5, 2 excited, 7. Okay, I'm going to continue counting stars
Calm down,
while we
Hanif.
take a short break, all right? So please make sure you don't go anywhere because you will get stars as well. Let's take a short break. Stay with us on DLP TV KPM.
Do you know that a trachea, or also known as windpipe, is about 10 centimeters long and 2 centimeters wide? It starts from under our voice box or larynx and runs down behind our sternum or chest bone.
Didik TV KPM.
I was just testing my voice. Why? Because singing is part I'm sorry, but breathing is part of the process when you sing. So if you love to sing, which means your breathing could be very good. And you're back with us on DD TV KPM. And today we are learning the human breathing process on Science Year 4 for Dual Language Program, Level 2. And of course, with me, I have a teacher, which is Teacher Nina, who have been sharing with us a lot about the process of breathing, and now I think we'll be exploring more about
the gases involved in breathing.
Right.
Okay, so why do we need to breathe actually? So breathing is when we take in air. There's something inside the air that our body needs, okay, which we call as oxygen. Oxygen is a type of gas that's around us in the air. Okay, so oxygen is the name of a gas. And also, I need you to know another type of gas which is called carbon dioxide.
Wow.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide
Yes.
and oxygen. Right.
So, when we breathe in, it's unlike eating. Eating, we can pick and choose. Oh, today I want to eat nasi lemak or nasi ayam. We take in rice and chicken. I know I'm making you hungry.
Not again.
But when we breathe, we cannot choose. We cannot say, okay, oxygen, now please come into my nose. Oxygen, please, other nitrogen. I don't want nitrogen. No, we cannot do that. So when we breathe in, we are not actually breathing in oxygen only.
Right.
We're breathing in air. So air, it contains many types of gases, including oxygen and carbon dioxide. So, like I told you just now, our body needs oxygen. On the cellular level, this is what the body needs to be able for us to do things inside our body that we cannot see. So how do we have this oxygen? Like I said, we cannot pick and choose because we cannot see. Oxygen doesn't have any color, it doesn't smell, we cannot feel okay. This is not oxygen.
Yep.
We cannot just oxygen only. No, we cannot. So that is why when we breathe in through the nose, remember, trachea and lungs. So in the lungs is where the gases will exchange. Okay, when we breathe in, remember there is oxygen and carbon dioxide inside the air, but when we breathe out, there will be more carbon dioxide in the air that we breathe out.
Oh, those are important points.
I have a chart right there. Okay, so imagine the blue bubbles, the blue balls are oxygen. So you see, when we breathe in, there are more oxygen inside compared to when we breathe out, exhale. This is the comparison. The red ones are the carbon dioxide. Okay, so we have also this one to show everyone the difference. Okay, what Abang Hanif is holding is the air that we breathe in, the air outside. So when we breathe in, you see there are very few red balls there. That means there are very few carbon dioxide.
I can see that as well. Teacher Nina, there are only a few
just a
red
few, right?
balls, and they're mostly blue.
So they are mostly oxygen rather than carbon dioxide. But
That
when
is
we
right.
breathe out, after we have breathed in, the gases will exchange in our lungs. So then the carbon dioxide will be expelled out. So as you can see here, there are more red balls here.
Yes, that is right. If you put it quite close side by side, I think we can see
And I
that.
want everyone to understand that we are not comparing between the blue and the red. We are comparing between inhalation and exhalation. Okay, inhalation, the blue balls of oxygen, there are more oxygen here compared to during exhalation. And during inhalation, there are less red balls of carbon dioxide compared to during exhalation. That is what I want you to remember and put inside your mind, that we are not comparing that, oxygen has more there. No. We are comparing between during inhalation and exhalation. Okay, it's the same in the trachea, Bang Hanif here.
Oh, right. So this is in the trachea.
Inhalation from nose right down to trachea and lungs. So we can see there are more blue here, blue balls or oxygen. Rather than when you compare it when you exhale, okay, look at the red ones, carbon dioxide, only 5 here. But during exhalation, there are more here. Exhalation. Okay. Okay. All these are taken from your textbook. You can always refer to your science textbook. Okay, everyone? Don't worry about it. Okay, now, so this is what happens in the lungs, where the gases will exchange. You see, the blue ones, or the oxygen from the lungs, will go into the blood flow, or the cells near the lungs. Okay, so the cells will take in the oxygen, and carbon dioxide from the nearby tissues and cells will go into the lungs. So that is why when we breathe in, there will be more oxygen, and then when we breathe out, there will be less oxygen than before. So that is why, because it's like a taxi, okay? They have arrived in the lungs, okay, now I'm boarding off. So the oxygen will be spread into other parts of the body.
Right. I like how you tell that story. So it's like a taxi.
Yes.
Someone getting in and being transported somewhere, and
Yes.
that person will get out. So it's like a gas
And then
exchange.
there at the lungs, the carbon dioxide from other parts of the body will go, oh, I have arrived at the lungs, now I'm going out. So it will go into the lungs and back into the trachea and out through the nose.
Right, I think that's very interesting. And if we could just recap slightly here, Teacher Nina, as you said, when you breathe in, you can see there's a bit more oxygen in the air.
Compared to when
we breathe out, when we exhale, there might be a bit more carbon dioxide here,
Yes.
slightly less oxygen versus when we inhale.
Yes. Remember, we are not comparing between oxygen and carbon dioxide. We are comparing when the air is taken in, breathed in, and when we let it out.
Right.
Okay, Abang Hanif, I
Right.
have another task for you. I'm sure you
Okay.
want more stars.
Yes, I do want more stars.
Okay,
Do I have an assignment?
Yes, you have. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 markers here.
Right.
Okay, so there are 2 pictures. This girl, one, she is breathing in, inhalation, and this one is exhalation. So now, Abang Hanif, I want you to color the bubbles in the arrow there.
To color the bubbles here.
The blue ones represent oxygen and the red ones represent carbon dioxide. Let's see if Abang Hanif really understand the content of oxygen during inhalation and comparing it with the content of oxygen during exhalation. Okay.
Right. So the blue balls represent oxygen.
All right.
And
While Abang Hanif is coloring, I'm going to tell you why there are more blue balls rather than the red balls, why there are more oxygen. Because in the air, there are actually 20% oxygen compared to only 0.04% carbon dioxide at all times in the air. Okay, mostly it's actually nitrogen, but our body do not need nitrogen. So when we breathe in, we also take in nitrogen, but when we breathe out, the amount of nitrogen is also the same because our body do not need it.
I'm ready.
All right. I'm excited
ready.
to see
Okay,
Abang Hanif's answer.
Yes,
okay.
I hope I get more stars. And ta-da!
Woohoo!
Did I do it
Okay.
right? What I see, this is a picture of someone inhaling. And as you mentioned, Teacher Nina, when you inhale, there's a bit more oxygen in the air when we inhale and with
Yes.
less carbon dioxide.
Yes.
Hence, the blue balls represent oxygen while the red color balls represent carbon dioxide.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. That is not complete without the exhalation part. Now,
yes, that is
continue
right.
doing with the exhalation
Thank
picture.
you. Let me try
Okay.
that
All
with
right.
exhalation. Okay.
Okay, while Abang Hanif is coloring, I think he loves coloring.
I do love coloring.
Some of you might ask, hey, sometimes I breathe in using my mouth. Or when I have flu, when my nose is blocked, or when I'm swimming. But we can actually breathe in through our mouth. But actually, the organ that we use to breathe is nose. Because nose has filter. You know what I'm talking about? The filter inside your nose, the hair inside your nose act as a filter. But when you breathe in through the mouth, you can feel that your this part, the trachea, will be a little bit dry, and you might have some mucus because it's not the correct organ for you to breathe in. Okay,
I'm
Abang
ready.
Hanif, okay, he's
I'm
ready now.
Okay, let's hope we get more stars.
Excited.
And here is the great reveal.
Oh, okay. I'm so relieved. You know why I'm relieved? Because I am afraid Abang Hanif might color more red rather than blue.
I remember the key points that you mentioned, Teacher Nina. Number one is when we exhale, there is a bit more carbon dioxide when we exhale. Hence, I do add 4 red color balls now versus 2 in the beginning when we inhale. However,
you put this one above.
Oh yes, it should be that way.
Okay.
However, there is still a lot of oxygen in terms of their percentage in the air when we exhale. So, is this accurate?
Yes, it is.
Yay!
Yay! I think Abang Hanif deserve another star. So, 5 stars now.
5 stars now.
Yay!
I'm getting extra stars. Yay! And I'm sure all of you deserve stars as well because you can answer these questions. Isn't that right?
Yes,
Teacher Nina?
I'm sure they can now. It's very easy, right? Just remember, oxygen, there is more oxygen during inhalation compared to during exhalation, and there will be less carbon dioxide during inhalation as compared to during exhalation.
Yes, that is right. And please remember, those are important facts for you to remember because we breathe in every day, all the time. And while we continue to breathe, while you continue to breathe, we're going to take a short break, all right? We're going to do a bit more breathing exercises, Teacher Nina.
Yes,
okay?
Maybe a little bit of a Zumba.
A little bit of Zumba and dance, okay? So do not go anywhere. We're just going to take a short break. Stay with us on Didik TV KPM.
Do you know that we breathe in around 11,000 liters of oxygen and breathe out around 1 kilogram of carbon dioxide on an average day?
Didik TV KPM.
And you are back with us on Didik TV KPM. Today we're learning Science Dual Language Program Year 4 and Level 2. And of course, we're learning the human breathing process. And with me, I have Teacher Nina. Teacher Nina, so we have learned a lot about breathing today. She's putting a peace sign there. All right, what else do we have today?
Okay, we have more tasks for Abang Hanif to do.
Well,
okay.
more stars to collect.
Because I believe in his potential, he can answer all the questions correctly.
Yes,
okay.
I'm excited.
If everyone is want to know where you can get more exercises and questions that you can try and answer, you can find it from Sumberku. Just find it in the internet. You'll find more questions on this topic.
Great.
All right.
Great.
So, Abang Hanif, let's jump straight into the first question. Now,
all right.
Look at the first one. Those are actually the organs that are involved during breathing. Okay, name them.
Okay, I will do my best. When I breathe in, which is inhalation, air will go through my nose. And it goes through the trachea, this one, and it would expand my lungs.
Okay.
So these are the lungs. Is that right?
Yes, that is right.
Yay.
Okay, so Abang Hanif has identified the breathing organs. Good job. Now, looking back at that same picture, which part of breathing process is that? Is that during inhalation or exhalation?
This would be when you start from the nose, which means air would be coming into your body, into the trachea, into the lungs. I would say this is inhalation.
Yes, correct. Very good. Okay, now what about the next one?
All right. So, would it be the process? This process, if you follow the arrows would be from the lungs to the trachea, to the nose, which means air coming out from the lungs through the trachea, out of the nose. That should be exhalation, Teacher Nina.
Exhalation, very good, Abang Hanif. And what Abang Hanif did was exactly right. What you should do, you should look at the arrows first. You look at the arrows so you can determine where it starts from. Is it the nose or the lungs? Very good, Abang Hanif.
Yay,
You're a
yay.
star pupil.
I'm
Oh my
still-
God, I'm so proud of you.
I'm still super excited. Super excited. We got more questions.
Yes, longer questions, but don't worry if you find longer questions because you know the answer. Okay, try and explain about oxygen content during inhalation and exhalation. We did that just now.
Content during inhalation and exhalation.
Okay,
When we
slowly.
inhale, there would be more oxygen, a higher oxygen content when we inhale versus when we exhale, which means slightly
Yes.
less when we exhale. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
I'm gonna do my happy dance. I'm gonna do my happy
I wish I
dance.
can dance with him too. All right, now what about carbon dioxide content? Can you explain about the carbon dioxide content during inhalation versus during exhalation, Abang Hanif?
Carbon dioxide content. So when we inhale, there is slightly less carbon dioxide in the air when we inhale, but when we exhale, there's a bit more carbon dioxide in the air that we exhale because of
Yes.
the gas exchange.
Where does the gas exchange happen?
The gas exchange. I remember the taxi story that you told me. The gas exchange happens in the lungs.
Yes,
Is that right?
correct.
Is that right?
Abang
Another
Hanif.
happy dance. Happy dance.
Woohoo.
Happy dance.
Yes, okay. Abang Hanif, so you have identified the breathing organs, you have described the air passage from where it starts and where it ends, and again back when we breathe out, and the exchange of gases in the lungs. You mentioned the lungs. Yes, you got it all right. And you have also differentiate the oxygen and carbon dioxide content during inhalation and exhalation. Abang Hanif did a very good job, everyone. I think you really deserve all 6 stars.
Wow, so I'm getting 6 stars. So how did I perform throughout the
Yes.
whole show? All the questions.
You're A star. You're an A star pupil, Abang Hanif. Actually, I have prepared here a clue for you, but you don't even need to look at it.
Oh,
You don't even need to
okay.
refer to it. That shows that Abang Hanif really understands, and I hope everyone will make Abang Hanif an example for you.
Do you want to know why I understand, Teacher Nina? It's because I paid full attention. I think paying attention is the most important thing.
Yes, and also I really think that we can always relate back to our daily life. When we breathe in, what happens? Oh, now you know. Oh, and I hope everyone appreciate and be grateful to the Almighty because of all these things that we are having right now. We
Yes.
breathe in freely, right?
That is
and
true.
also we need to be really thankful because without the air, without the oxygen, we can't stay alive. So this is a life process that humans need to do.
That is right. And Teacher Nina, I think I would like to continue being an excellent student. I would like to continue doing more revisions.
All right.
Where can I find these materials?
Okay, you can find materials from Sumberku Repository. Just find it from the internet. Just type in there and type in Science Year 4. You can look up, there are videos, there are questions, there are even modules for you to look at and try and answer the questions. There are Bahasa Melayu version and also DLP version in English. So you can always look up to Sumberku from the
That is
internet.
right. This is how you see the link right now on your screen. So go to the link, and as Teacher Nina mentioned, you can do a lot of things. There are a lot of references. There are a lot of exercises.
Yes,
Is that right?
yes, exactly.
Right. All right. And with that, we would like to thank Teacher Nina today, Ms. Nur Halinna Abdul Rahman from SK Putrajaya 181
Yes.
Putrajaya. Thank you so much, Teacher Nina. I
Thank you,
think
Abang Hanif.
it has been a very insightful lesson. And I'm also super excited because I was able to answer all your questions. And I'm sure my friends at home, you're also able to answer all the questions. Continue to study hard. Check out Sumberku. Do your revision. Do more exercises. And we're going to go off now. We hope to see you again. My name is Hanif Sean. Assalamualaikum and goodbye. I'm going to do my happy dance. Let's do a happy dance. Happy dance. More stars. Do we get more stars? Yes.
Didik TV KPM